Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We're just starting the first court case, first trial of Miles Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, what voice am I gonna give this guy? Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. It's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I've already forgotten the voice I just gave him. I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Yes, sir. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were two men on the boat. Oh, that's how it went. I thought it was like the other side. I assumed that the boat house was here and that the picture camera thing was like over here somewhere. But no, it's like further around the same side. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard two pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. I went towards the boat rental shop. Ah, so I'm gonna need to go there later. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Testify to the court about this arrest now. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Don't do that to the judge. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty when guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. Object. I would object to that. Objection, judge. You're the one who runs the show. You know, get the judge on my side to, like, be supportive of him. The Arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. He headed to the scene of the crime, and as fast as we could, we headed to the scene. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now. Okay, well. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. I'm just gonna press everything. You received a call from a man. Yeah. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the two gunshots, right? Oh god. Objection! It's like the voice. That woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously. Different people? There were two witnesses. Ugh. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, Lotta Hart. What happened next, detective? Tried to alter his voice a little to match the objection. The voice that came through. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Wait, actually, let's just press this. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Why are you objecting to that? Detective, you will refrain from... No, I don't want to give him another deep voice. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. I'm just gonna keep pressing everything. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. See, I like it because the detective is on our side, so like, Karma called him in, thinking that he was just gonna give the like rundown of the police report. But because Gumshoe's like on our side on this one, like, Karma's like objecting to everything he's saying now. It's like, no, stop it. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Yeah. Okay, didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue now. Next morning, the body was found in the leg. I'm sorry, detective. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts the bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Okay. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? Ah, here we go. A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found at the boat was decisive evidence. Okay. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol and found in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? So it's already coming up, the right hand, left hand thing I mentioned in the first episode. Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Okay, the murder weapon, .22 caliber, so it's the same caliber pistol, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder, and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick, what does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here doesn't know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This is hurting my voice. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. I might tweak his voice a little, just make it a little less straining. Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge? I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However... You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. The squad will take a 10-minute recess. Yeah, who's running? This is ridiculous. If I was the judge, honestly, if I was the judge in that kind of context, I'd be like, you shut your mouth or I'm declaring this person not guilty and you will lose. Your demeanor is not acceptable in this courtroom. Alright, we're back in the lobby. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless. No, I need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa. Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Saying that right in front of Edgeworth. Ooh. Court is back in session. Mr. von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? She has the creepy eyes. The same creepy eyes that, frickin' April May had. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? She's immediately like, y'all need to learn some manners. Understand. Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness's account. Doesn't she have like the creepy eyes? Like she's like a salamander human. She looks like a lizard person. I don't know what it is about her. It just looks like a lizard person. It was Christmas Eve. Just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There was nary a thing on the lake but the boat. Okay, so she said she heard two bangs. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. I already knew this. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boats on that lake. But the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Oh my god. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Of course. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination. Fuck you. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Yes, I did! Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? You really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Yes. I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. I think... I'm gonna save it. I think what it's gonna be... I don't know if I'm allowed to... I'm gonna press things, but... It was what I suggested when she was giving her testimony. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. No. She just said, you're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Because he knows that she didn't fucking see it. But wait, she also said it was fog. There was lots of fog on the lake. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait, let's just check the... Check. No, it's not... Wait, overhead map. That's not the picture. It's not clear enough. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? No. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Yep, okay, that's fine. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further. Miss Hart, would you be more specific about your research? Fuck you. What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have anything to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, no, I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Okay, well let's just say... Then there was another bang. I'm just gonna frickin' present this. One bullet shot to the heart. Ah, fuck. It's not the right one. Your Honor. Okay, okay. Fuck. That was like... It was only one shot, right? This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough. I'm gonna try this. Fuck! No, I'm gonna load. Okay, let's just load. Let's save. Okay, I'm just gonna press everything. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Oh, son. I'm gonna push everything. If I was allowed to actually change her testimony at that moment, that would be the... She contradicts herself midway through there. Okay, I don't know if I held this yet. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Enough! I think we've heard all that we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood. Uh-huh. Nick, Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh? Was it Mia? Who was that? It was me! Maya? Because like, oh, because they're gonna find... They would say they would find me in contempt of court, but now Maya's like taking over. So she's gonna talk for me. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave. No. But it wasn't me, it was... Wait. I was the one who made that outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. It's true. He said if I spoke. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong! Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again. Yes. Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. He's not gonna, is he? I'm sorry, Mr. von Karma, but I cannot. What? Mrs. Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Yeah, she gets escorted out. Now I'm alone. I'm all alone. Peh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Okay, the last statement. That last statement. So clear as day, the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. We'll find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to again... Oh my god. Assign him a penalty. Damn. That's it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Okay, well, I have to save it. This is really fucking dicey. It's gotta be something like, it's either this or this. I'm just gonna present that. Yep, okay. Oh, thank god. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. The photo I took. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point! That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Wow, he just said that? Yet now she has said it, Mr. von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart! What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could. I mean I could. I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. Oh, that's so dicey. You're right, it was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem. You used binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good. Okay, I'm gonna save it because I don't know if pressing is gonna make me lose health. Because last time I friggin' pressed, I got a deduction. You're right, it was cold night, it's cold as grits. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee type never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Not letting her answer any of my questions. Yep. Brought your binoculars with you. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But I know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Oh my god. That's fucking hell. I'm just gonna keep saving on new files. Press further, yes. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well, Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. I'm gonna keep pressing. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I was thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked at my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Okay. Now I need to remind myself what my evidence is. Fuck, it's so dicey. I don't know what to bring. I need to friggin' like it was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna present this because it's facing the lake and not the sky. Yeah, okay. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ah! I thought it was suspicious. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? We'll show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to take a photograph of the lake? The fucking murder. What else are they taking? Oh, but it might be this. Oh, I'm gonna this is, Well, Your Honor, what do you think? I think I'm confused. Wrong again, Mr. Wright. So very wrong. I can do this one without your rebuffs or whatever. Your Honor, enough playing around. Here's the real evidence. Oh. This was trying to photograph of the lake. That's probably this. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting of Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I'm just gonna say I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What's the proof the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The fact that it was facing the lake. This is really wrong. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake was taken. I keep missing words. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Sure you did. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? Smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart! Why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm gonna spot it. Dear, why do people insist on lying in the courtroom? Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake, but that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. It's fuck you, dude. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Huh, that would be a first. Very funny. You understand, this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. So dicey. Okay, let's save it again. I'm just gonna save it immediately because I don't know what's gonna happen when I press. Okay. Do I just press? Okay. Then what manner of persons are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of something. Of anything, sorry. I'm an investigative photographer, okay. An investigative photographer. Yeah, you get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO. A UFO? You know, unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scuba you'd be if you got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news' Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. That's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt that you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out that what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to the case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, you know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out of the lake. I'm just pressing everything. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? You're giving me that look? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Okay. Well, I was gonna press this anyway. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. Nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore, neither. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma in any other way. There has to be something. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna save it here, so after I've already done all the pressing. This is a dicey one. Because I wanna point out how suspicious this is, but I can't get it to Like, pressing it isn't enough. I need to show evidence of some kind. Okay, oh, thank God. Miss Hart. So I use the article as my objection evidence. Were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Yeah. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching this boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who was shooting who in this picture.
That's what I should have said. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Oh my God.
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it.
But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting.
That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who.
Ah, I bet the photo shows that it's not Edgeworth. She enlarged that photo. Why wouldn't von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Nice. Thank you, Lotta. I appreciate your southern wisdom.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. von Karma?
Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is. Ah, it's left-handed. Yep.
We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence.
I have the evidence I need.
Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement.
And little good it has done for any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously.
No! Objection! No!
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, this is not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Objection to the show the evidence. Show other evidence. Wait. Your Honor, this evidence. I believe we've spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. I've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. Oh, I thought that, yeah, my bad. Object to the enlargement. There we go. I misread the first one. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange within this enlargement. What? What might that be? The fucking music. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean, but this photo is strange. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. This. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. This. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Yay! Yes. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake at that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
Edgeworth said that he thought that maybe the guy shot himself. Larry. Oh my god, Miss Hart. Do I go with what Edgeworth said? The victim himself? There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. I'm gonna use use Edgeworth to help me. Order! So you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. Well then, that's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide.
Shit. Order! Mr. von Karma, are you sure about the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Shot from approximately 1 meter. From approximately 1 meter away. I thought he said more than 1 meter. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I'd like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, that was so dicey. It's so much scarier when I have zero prior knowledge of how the court cases are gonna go. Alright, yeah. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake, anyway? He didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Thank you. Tell her to watch what she says in court. Oh, that's all. Would it kill you to just to state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? he was going to get me to say thank you, but then he couldn't bring himself to. I've requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Heard two sounds like gunshots after midnight. Alright, well, we'll leave this here. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. It's been this particular episode was a wild episode. I am sweating. It's hot in my room, but also, like, sweating bullets. Because of, like, the shit going on in the game. So, in the next episode, we'll be starting off in the detention center. We'll be visiting Maya, and hopefully get her out of prison. I know in real life, if you're in contempt of court, you can get, like, several days imprisonment. It might be longer than that, depending on the severity of the contempt, I suppose. That might mean that Maya's totally out of this now, from now until the end of the case. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This is entirely new to me. I have no idea where this is going now. I don't know who the killer is. I don't know how it's possible someone else could be the killer. But like, I don't know. I'm really curious to see what happens. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and until the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.